Money in the Bank is in the books, and this was a great event from top to bottom. So much to talk about, let's get into it. We started off the event with Paul Heyman speaking to Kayla Braxton, and this was an emotional Paul Heyman. He was in tears, and give this man his Oscar. It was so believable. Paul Heyman made it seem that the Usos were gonna get a beating of a lifetime. It was a good segment to get us even more excited for the Civil War that was gonna take place. Great promo, great way to start the show. Then we have the opener, the men's Money in the Bank match. This was probably one of the better Money in the Bank matches in recent years. I think every performer did great. Some great spots. Logan Paul has no business being that good. Just like Triple H said, that spot where Ricochet and Logan Paul, if Logan Paul didn't duck his head, he would have been paralyzed, I think. Like, that was insane. Honestly, that was insane. Ricochet is just a beast. We need Ricochet in every ladder match. Like, this is essential. This is a must. LA Knight, the fan favorite. This guy is such a star. I can't say enough good about this guy. He's incredible. And he's going to be big. This is not the end for LA Knight. Big things are going to come up. I think SummerSlam is going to be eventful for him and moving forward. He was my pick to win, like I said in the previous video. But Damian Priest, especially coming off that Bad Bunny match at Backlash, he proved that he can hang. He's deserving of the Money in the Bank briefcase. You know, I think with Damian Priest having the briefcase, it could add an element of suspense and intrigue, especially considering that you could argue that he costed Finn the match. So him winning it could create a good beef with Finn, and it could create some tension in the Judgment Day. I'm not ready to see the Judgment Day call it quits because I think they're an incredible faction. I think they just started to get their footing, especially with Dom having so much heat. And Rhea, I want to see more from Rhea, but that's another video, another topic. All in all, great Money in the Bank match. It was spectacular. Then we have the women's tag match, which one thing that I accomplished was setting up Shayna Baszler, which nobody saw, turning on Ronda Rousey. I think that was a great turn of events. When things are unpredictable, that's when wrestling is at its best, and I said it in another video. But that was cool to see. That was cool to see. I'm very happy about this outcome. I love Liv and Raquel as a team. I think they complement each other very well, and I'm a big Liv Morgan fan, not just because of her looks. She's really good in that ring. It was a decent match. I think Liv sold that injury early in the match really well, like to the point where I thought the referee was gonna do the X, and maybe he did, maybe I missed it. Good match, cool outcome, I'm gonna say that. IC title with Gunther and Riddle. It was a good match. It wasn't the best Gunther match that I've seen, but you know, there's no bad Gunther match, and the right outcome was Gunther winning, which he did. Not much more to say about that match. It was good. The best part actually about this match is Drew returning, and I didn't expect Drew to return because of all the rumors that was circulating in the internet, but love Drew, love seeing him. He's such a star. Till this day, I think he was robbed of a big moment at WrestleMania 36. But if they're setting up Drew versus Gunther for SummerSlam, the expectations are high with that one. Cody versus Dom. You have your traditional wrestling match. You have your bad guy versus your good guy, heel versus face. And I think this match was there for one reason, and it was for crowd engagement. It was a filler match, but you know, it served its purpose. It was a good match. The right outcome, of course. Cody needs to look strong heading into SummerSlam, and Dom just needs more heat, and I think this match accomplished that. And Dom getting some nuclear heat is always one of the most entertaining part of any show, whether it's a Raw or a premium live event. The women's Money in the Bank match, I could say the same about this match. I think it's one of my favorite ones in recent years. All the women did great. That finish was so creative, one of the best finishes I've seen in a ladder match. And Io Sky, well deserved. She is an incredible athlete, incredible wrestler. Even though I can't understand a word she says on the mic, she's great. Honestly, the crowd loves her, especially that Puerto Rico crowd loved her immensely, and can't wait to see what happens with Io moving forward. I think Io might realize that she's actually better off without Bailey. I think that might be the story that they're going with. I forgot to mention, before the women's Money in the Bank, we had the GOAT, my childhood hero, the reason why I love this business and I got into this business in 2005, the Dr. Thugonomics, the GOAT, my lock screen in the back. And man, he doesn't need to show up. He does it out of love. Like, you can tell he loves this business, he loves the fans, and I think we need to be grateful every time we have John Cena on our screen. And he's so good at hyping up the crowd, and it's so refreshing to hear people loving him versus booing him, because that man deserved respect and he put the company before anything. So John Cena predicting, or I should say John Cena hoping for WrestleMania in the UK. I'm with it. I think WrestleMania international, whether it's Puerto Rico, maybe Toronto, could be interesting. UK, definitely. The UK is probably one of the better spots. Such a good crowd, so rowdy. I love that. But yeah, John Cena, man, you the GOAT. That's all I have to say. It was nice to see him give an AA to Grayson Waller, who's amazing on the mic. I didn't expect him to be that good because I don't watch NXT as much as the other shows. And we got Seth versus Finn, and I think that was a really good match. I think these two guys have great chemistry. Both legends in my eyes in the modern era. I would love to see Finn with a title. Even though I love Seth, I think Finn deserves the big championship. Great match. And then we have the Bloodline Civil War. Roman Reigns is not unbeatable. Like Michael Cole said, Jey Uso, man. I think part of the Bloodline storyline is the Jey Uso story, the Jey Uso arc. And Jey being the first person to pin him in 3.5 years, that means something. And I would love to see Jey versus Roman at SummerSlam. Although, Cody's story is unfinished, I think Jey needs to have a one-on-one with Roman at SummerSlam. It needs to happen. This would be a great story. And I think overall this match was a roller coaster of emotions, and it was a good length. I'm happy it was over 30 minutes, and there was some cool spots. The psychology in the match was next level. Roman's facial reactions, interacting with the crowd, telling them to shut up. Paul Heyman hyping up Roman in the corner, saying Jey's trying to take his kids away from him. All of that added so much depth into the match, and this was one of my favorite matches this year because of the story they told. I'm interested to see also what happens with Solo. Solo seeing that Roman isn't unbeatable might give him the idea, you know what, maybe I can turn on this guy because he should fear me and not the other way around. I think that's a story on its own, and the Bloodline storyline is the best thing in professional wrestling. All companies, there's nothing better than this. What a way to end the show with the visual of Roman pretty much having a tantrum and crying and being in anger, complete anger and sadness, and just a wave of emotions. And Money in the Bank, I think, never disappoints. I think it's one of the most consistent shows. If I had to give this show a rating, I think I would give it a 9 out of 10. Honestly, it was pretty good. 9.5 if LA Knight won. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys. Let me know what you thought about Money in the Bank in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Once again, this is the Lockup. Peace.